Every week, millions of Canadians walk into Costco warehouses. You probably do too. But behind the massive shelves and bulk products, there's a system most members never notice. Hidden pricing codes, subtle symbols on price tags, strategic timing that determines when items go on sale and when they quietly disappear. These small details can mean the difference between paying the regular price and walking away with one of the best deals in the warehouse. The surprising part? Most Costco shoppers walk right past these signals. Today, we're breaking down the insider knowledge that separates casual Costco shoppers from the members who truly understand how the system works. From decoding the numbers on price tags to knowing when a product is about to disappear forever. We'll also look at the psychology behind Costco's layout, why certain products are placed exactly where they are, and how the company quietly influences how people shop. Because once you understand how Costco actually operates, those shelves stop looking random. They start looking strategic. And by the end of this video, you may never walk through a Costco warehouse the same way again. Let's begin with something almost every shopper ignores, the price tag.
Part 1. Costco Price Tag Secrets. Costco price tags contain coded information that most shoppers never notice. At first glance, they look simple, just a product name and a price. But once you understand the system, those tags become a roadmap to Costco's pricing strategy. Let's start with the most common ending you'll see. When a price ends in .99, that's Costco's standard pricing. You'll find this across most products in the warehouse. It means the item is being sold at Costco's normal margin and will likely stay at that price until the next promotional cycle. But occasionally, you'll see something different. A price ending in .97. That number signals something important. It usually means the warehouse is trying to move inventory. Maybe the item didn't sell as expected. Maybe the warehouse ordered too much. Or sometimes, the product is being discontinued entirely. When that happens, the .97 price is often the first sign that the item won't be around for long. Then there's an even rarer ending, prices that end in .88 or sometimes even .00. These are typically manager markdowns, local decisions made by the warehouse to clear out remaining stock. When you see one of these prices, you're usually looking at the final discount before the product disappears from the floor. And if you ever see a price ending in .00, that's often the lowest it will go. Waiting longer rarely saves more money, but the most important signal isn't actually the price. It's a small symbol hidden in the corner of the tag.
Part 2. The asterisk symbol. Look closely at the upper corner of some Costco price tags. You may notice a small asterisk. This symbol carries a very specific meaning. It indicates the product will not be restocked once the current inventory sells out. In other words, when it's gone, it's gone. But here's the key detail many shoppers misunderstand. The asterisk does not automatically mean the item is on sale. Sometimes the product is still priced normally. The star simply means Costco has decided to stop carrying that item. Maybe the supplier changed, maybe a new version is coming, or maybe the product just didn't sell well enough. But if you regularly buy something and you see that asterisk, that's your signal. Because once the pallets are empty, the item usually disappears permanently.
Part 3. The psychology of free samples. Now, let's talk about something every Costco member knows well. Free samples. For many shoppers, they're one of the highlights of visiting the warehouse. But behind the scenes, there's more going on than it appears. Most sample stations are not run by Costco employees. They're staffed by third-party companies hired directly by product manufacturers. And those manufacturers pay significant fees to place their products in front of shoppers. Why would they spend that much money? Because sampling works. Studies consistently show that when shoppers taste a product, the likelihood of purchase increases dramatically, sometimes doubling or even tripling sales during the demonstration period. The psychology is simple. When you taste something and enjoy it, the product instantly becomes familiar, and familiarity builds trust. In less than 30 seconds, a completely unknown product can feel like a safe purchase. Notice where sample stations are located, often near busy intersections between aisles. They slow down traffic and draw attention to nearby products. The result? More people stop, more people taste, and more people buy. Now, let's talk about something every Costco member knows well: free samples. For many shoppers, they're one of the highlights of visiting the warehouse. But behind the scenes, there's more going on than it appears. Most sample stations are not run by Costco employees. They're staffed by third-party companies hired directly by product manufacturers. And those manufacturers pay significant fees to place their products in front of shoppers. Why would they spend that much money? Because sampling works. Studies consistently show that when shoppers taste a product, the likelihood of purchase increases dramatically, sometimes doubling or even tripling sales during the demonstration period. The psychology is simple. When you taste something and enjoy it, the product instantly becomes familiar, and familiarity builds trust. In less than 30 seconds, a completely unknown product can feel like a safe purchase. Notice where sample stations are located, often near busy intersections between aisles. They slow down traffic and draw attention to nearby products. The result? More people stop, more people taste, and more people buy.
Part 4. Kirkland Brand Strategy. Now let's look at Costco's most powerful advantage: its private label brand. Kirkland Signature. Kirkland is no longer just a store brand. It has become one of the most valuable private labels in North America. The product range is massive, from batteries to olive oil, from coffee to clothing. But Kirkland operates differently than most store brands. Costco often partners with established premium manufacturers to produce Kirkland products, sometimes in the exact same factories that produce national brands. Because Costco controls distribution and avoids expensive marketing campaigns, they can sell these products for significantly less, often 20 to 40% cheaper than comparable brand name items. And for many members, Kirkland has become one of the main reasons they shop at Costco at all.
Part 5. The Layout Strategy. When you first walk into a Costco warehouse, the layout may appear chaotic. Tall pallets, wide open spaces, products scattered across massive aisles. But the design is anything but random. Costco carefully studies how members move through the store, and the layout encourages exploration. High-margin items and seasonal products are often placed near the entrance. Jewelry, electronics, clothing. These products capture attention immediately. Meanwhile, essential items like milk, eggs, and rotisserie chicken are placed further inside the warehouse. The strategy is simple. The longer you walk through the store, the more products you see. And the more you see, the more likely you are to buy something unexpected.
Part 6. The Rotisserie Chicken Secret. One of the most famous examples is Costco's rotisserie chicken. In Canada, it's priced at just $7.99, and that price has barely changed in years, even as food and labor costs increased. How is that possible? Because Costco actually loses money on every chicken. Industry estimates suggest the company loses tens of millions of dollars annually on this single product. Why would they do that? Because the chicken acts as a loss leader, a product deliberately sold at a loss to attract shoppers. And once customers are inside the store, they often buy additional items while walking through the warehouse. The chicken brings people in. Everything else generates the profit.
Conclusion. Costco still offers real value. Bulk pricing, high product quality, and one of the most generous return policies in retail. But like every business, the warehouse is carefully designed to maximize revenue per visit. Understanding how the system works doesn't mean you should stop shopping there. It simply means you can shop more intentionally. Pay attention to price endings. Watch for the asterisk symbol. And remember that every layout decision inside the warehouse was made for a reason. Because once you see the patterns, Costco stops looking like a giant store and starts looking like a carefully engineered strategy. Thank you for your watching. Write down your comment for the next video. See you soon.